Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Big B here from TheNation.com, your home for everything Bunnies. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And you guys already know what this is. It is NBA, NBA third power rankings because it's after week 15. So, yeah, uh, this will be the third NBA power ranking. So, want to make sure you guys do like, subscribe right here to my YouTube channel. We are on our way to 90 subscribers. Make sure you guys go ahead and join the NFL Bracket Challenge. It's never too late, even though it's kind of late at this point, but it's never too late. So make sure you guys go check that out. Link is in the community. And make sure you guys go also join the Discord. That link is also in the community. So make sure you guys go check it out for me. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into these teams. And once again, I don't know where I placed these teams last time because it's been 5 weeks since the last time we done this. We do this every 5 weeks. And this is the third out of 5 because I'm pretty sure there's 25 weeks in the NBA. So I'm pretty sure this is where we are. All right, so you guys know the deal. You guys know the numbers. You guys know what we do. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so team number 30, the absolute worst team in the league, and I don't think this has changed since the first power rankings if I had the Pistons down there. But yeah, it's the Pistons. I mean, once again, they just have no motivation. There's just no motivations right now for the Pistons. They just suck. They don't. This team doesn't even have 7 wins yet. It's ridiculous. I know, like, the Pistons are horrible. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. They don't even have double-digit wins. Like, the Pistons are just horrible. It's just plain and simple. Nothing's going well for them. All right, next up we got 29, and I am going to take Washington. Yeah, they just suck too. I mean, it's just plain and simple. I mean, Washington's not as good. Now, we'll get Washington over the advantage over Detroit. I just think they have a little bit more star power over there. But besides that, Washington just sucks as a whole. They're just kind of like the Pistons. They're just not a good team right now. All right, next up we got 27. I'll take the Hornets. I am very interested of how Kyle Lowry is going to continue to do with that team. But for now, as a whole, this team is just struggling. They're not finding any motivation right now. And losing Terry Rozier definitely will probably hurt you a lot, considering because he kind of is part of the main majority of your offense. And now you're getting a player that doesn't really generate a lot of offense, but he's important when he needs you to. I don't know. Very curious about the Hornets, but right now, we all know they're not a good basketball team right now. All right. Next up we got number 20. We got 27. I'm gonna take the Spurs. The Spurs, I will give credit over these 3 teams because I do think they haven't played a little bit more competitively than these 3 teams. But the Spurs, they're still not a good team. Even with Victor, they just haven't found that right edge. Now, to give credit to Victor, he's having a really good season. But besides that, there's just really nothing to say about the Blazers. I'm at the Spurs. The Spurs are the Spurs. They're not a good team. Next up, we got 26. I'll take the Blazers because I was just talking about them. Like I said, the Blazers, they're not perfect. This team is still not good. They're still trying to find their identity with winning. This team, neither of these first 5 teams down here are not ready to win basketball games right now. They're just not. They're not ready. Yeah. So for right now, I'm gonna have to take Brooklyn at 20. I'm gonna have to take Portland at number 26. They're just not a good basketball team. All right, next up we got 25. I am going to take Brooklyn. Brooklyn's been falling off the cliff a little bit. They have not been playing as good as they once were. Now, I know the Nets they haven't been playing the best basketball, but right now this team is struggling significantly, and I think we do see that right now, as they speak. So the Nets are going to take 25 spot for me. They would be higher if they're playing a little bit better of a basketball, but they're just struggling right now. As a team as a whole, they're struggling. Next up, we got 24. I'll take the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are starting to show a little bit more fight, though, without Ja. I think this team is still doing a pretty good job of, continuing games without Ja. But for right now, just staying with the Grizzlies. I just wondering how they're going to continue to do without Ja for the rest of the season. Like, are they going to tank? Are they going to go? Are they go for a playing game? Or are you going to try to make the playoffs? I don't know what the Grizzlies are going to do. But right now, they're hanging around the 24 spot. They have to show. Right now, I think they're showing more from Ja, and that's what they have to do for the rest of the season. Next up, we have 23. I'm taking Atlanta. I mean, the Hawks just been kind of struggling this year. Definitely not what I advertised for them to do in this year. I thought the Hawks were just going to at least be a mid team. They don't look like a mid team right now. I don't know why, because it just feels like Atlanta just has a lot of components has a lot of star power to at least be a mid team. But for right now, they're not even performing like a mid team. I got to take them there. All right, next up we have 22. I am taking Toronto. You guys did lose Pascal Siakam, which definitely did hurt you guys. I mean, but when you take a look at Toronto Raptors, they're not the best team out there, but this team can give you a dogfight. They can give you a fight sometimes. I wouldn't be shocked, but for right now, the Raptors are just they're all right. They're all right. They're not playing that good of a basketball, but I just believe they're somewhere around 22. I mean, I think that's a good power ranking for them. Next up, we got 21. I am taking the Warriors. The Warriors are so in and out this year, man. Like, we're already at the third power rankings, and the Warriors are still inconsistent as hell. This is what we've seen for the Warriors like the last 5 weeks. Like I said, if the defense is rolling, the offense is struggling. If the offense is rolling, the defense is struggling. Like, I don't know what version we're going to get for the Warriors. That's why it's so hard to pick this team right now, because we don't know what we're going to get out of them. So, yeah, they got to take the 21 spot for me. This team is confusing as hell. Next up, we got number 20. I'm going to take Chicago. Chicago has been playing better basketball as of late, and I do have to respect Chicago for that. And I do think this team has the roster to realistically make the playoffs. I think this team does have a chance. With how the roster they have, they're getting more healthier. DeMar DeRozan looks like he's had a good spot for you guys. I really like I like your team right now. You got know you guys are still battling between getting above 500 500, but you guys are ninth in the East. You guys continue to roll, so I mean, as I'm recording this a little bit early, by the way. But you guys are still not in the East, so yeah, I gotta get to the Bulls 20. I gotta get them number 20. Next up, we got 19. I'm gonna take the Houston Rockets here. Houston, I don't know what's going on with them. They haven't been a bad team, but here's the thing that you can say about the Houston Rockets. They're good at home. At home, I just feel like this team has been dominated. Like how Houston's been performing pretty good, but they're pretty bad on the road. That's one thing that Houston has to fix. They're bad on the road. They just been kind of in and out with their consistencies of being winning at home or away. But Houston, I still think Houston's a very talented team. I just think that just overall, I just think they just need to slightly play better basketball. If they do that, I will rank them a little bit higher. All right, next up we have 18. I'll take the Jazz. Respect to the Jazz, man. Respect the hell out of them. They're playing better basketball. And listen, they were all the way down here. I'm pretty sure my last power rankings, and now they're up here. I mean, just take a look at the Jazz. They've been on a winning streak. They've been on a hot tear. This team is starting playing better basketball. They're starting to play like the team that we saw early last year. Like the Jazz have found their groove now. But we'll see if the Jazz continue to find this groove. Hopefully you do, because this Jazz team is very fun to watch when they're home ground. But for right now, we just need to continue to see that. All right, next up we have 17. I'm gonna take the Magic here. The Magic has definitely lost a couple spots, I do think, from the last power rankings. Because the Magic were hot, but now they're starting to cool down a little bit. And this team has been on a couple losing streaks that they haven't really looked good in those last couple losing streaks there. Now, listen, we'll talk about a couple teams there, because a couple teams have that same problem, but I'm ranking them higher than them. But for right now, the Magic is just struggling right now. They're struggling to find momentum on offense. Definitely on the defensive end, too, so Houston just needs the moment to kind of bounce back here. They kind of need that moment. All right, next up we got 16. I'm gonna take my Lakers here. Like I said, my Lakers, we're not the best team, we're not the worst team, but if you really look at the standpoint that we have been absolute dog shit since the in-season tournament. We have not been good. Like I said, the Warriors. The Lakers. Yes, we have been inconsistent as hell. We're kind of like the Warriors. Like if our offense is moving one night, our defense isn't doing anything. If our defense is sharp, like it is majority of the games, who knows what you're going to get out of our offense? Who knows what you're going to get out of the guys? Listen, I would like to put my guys higher in the power rankings, you guys know, because I like to be biased when it comes down to power rankings. But for right now, I can't do that. The way how the Lakers are playing basketball right now, and the way how we have continued to look at, throughout this losing tear that we're currently in, has not looked impressive. So I gotta go with the Lakers at 16. All right, next up we got 15. I'm gonna take Sacramento. Sacramento has been kind of on a losing streak. Um, yeah, they've been dealing with a losing streak, but this team is still good. I believe I'm not down on this team. I think this team is still talented. It's just right now. It's just unfortunate for them that they're just struggling right now because they're currently on a losing streak. All right, next up we got 14. I'm gonna take the Pacers. Pacers look really good. I like their offense, especially with Tyrese Halliburton. Hopefully he comes back. If he's not in by now, hopefully he does come back. But I like the Pacers at 14. You know, I like that Pascal that's back in their lineup. I always enjoyed watching their offense. Their offense is just electrifying to watch. Defense has been stepping up, and Pacers are back to being a really good team. So I like the Pacers. They go 14. All right, next up we got 13. I'm gonna take Miami here. Listen, Miami. Once again, I like your team a lot, but the only reason why I'm putting the Heat at 15 is because they've been on the losing streak. They're kind of like Sacramento. They've been on a losing tear. Now, do I think Miami's a bad team? No. Do I think Miami's a good team? Yes. But at the end of the day, also I'm not really gonna blame Miami for it because they did trade up Tyler Lowry and they got Terry Rozier. So I can see the Heat maybe having some time. I'm gonna give them some time to figure out what their offense is gonna be for Terry Rozier. Or they're getting a new core in, so I'm gonna give the Heat a little bit more time to figure out what they're gonna do with Terry Rozier balling without a whole bunch of offense. Now, I do think Miami has a lot of offensive talent on that team, no question about it. They have millions of talent at that end. But yeah, but the question is how it connect. We'll see in these next couple of weeks by Miami. But I still like their team a lot. I still really do. All right, next up we got number 12. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take New Orleans. We'll go New Orleans. New Orleans. I still like their team. I still think they have a phenomenal offense. But yeah, I mean, he did. There's a lot of guys on this team that are having really excellent seasons. And like I said, they've been one of the best teams to watch. They've been one of the more phenomenal teams to watch, in my opinion. Just when it comes to the Pelicans, they're not consistent. They're not really. This team is not really consistently perfect. So right now, I'm taking them by 12. I like their team a lot. I like them performing, but for right now, I got to take them by 12. Next up, we got 11. I'm gonna take the Dallas Mavericks. Listen, I like Dallas. I like their offense has been moving. I mean, they did get spanked a couple weeks ago by Phoenix, but take a look at this team. I don't think this team has been bad. I mean, their defense still has some work to do, though. I'm pretty sure that their defense has not been good these last couple weeks. So hopefully Dallas. Plus, I think Dallas has been on a slight losing tear here. So hopefully Dallas can get it together, man. Hopefully Dallas can have a scheme. But I still like their team. I like their team. I like their offense. I like Luka. I like the whole team. It's just the fact they're on a losing scale right now. It does kind of take a couple spots down for me. All right, so now we're within the top 10, and number 10 is going to the New York Knicks. Listen, I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks. I think they're a good team. I think they're a phenomenal team. It just when it comes down to talent, I just think these 9 teams are just better than them. But listen, it's not. This is actually a compliment for New York because I think the Knicks really have around. Like when the playoffs come, I think the Knicks are going to be a really good team. I do think they're going to be a really good team moving forward. I like how Jalen Brunson's been playing. I like how Julius Randle's been playing. Matter of fact, I like how the whole team has been playing. Plus, I think the RJ Barrett trade definitely helped you guys out a lot. So I will give you confidence for that. All right, next up we got number 9. I am taking the Suns. Suns are hot right now. This team is catching fire at the right time when they need to. Yeah, KD's playing out of his 9. Deep's playing out of his 9. Offense looks great. Offense looks like how your offense is supposed to look. Defense has been stepping up. It was bad earlier in the season, but now it's starting to look good. I mean, Phoenix is how the world is right now. But like I said, they're stepping on the gas. All right, next up we got number 7. Next up we got number 8. Actually, I am going to take Cleveland. They're basically like Phoenix. They're on a hot streak right now. Donovan Mitchell looks great. The whole offense looks great. Defense looks more secure. I like that. I really like the Cavs. I like the Cavs. I like how especially I can really realistically talk about these two teams at the same time because both of these two teams are on a hot streak right now. I just think the Cavs have just been a little bit more impressive. They're on a hot streak, so that's why I take them over Phoenix right now. But like I said, both of these two teams have the same story. They're both catching. They're both catching fire, and they're both catching at the right time. Especially with Cleveland, how the way they're stacking with the East, they now may not have a shot. All right, next up we got number 7. Number 7, I'm gonna take the Clippers here. Another team that is catching fire. I mean, I could say the same thing about the Cavs and the Suns. I mean, the Clippers are catching high. We do have to respect that. They're catching high, and hopefully the Clippers continue. I mean, I don't want the Clippers to do that because they're a division rival, but hopefully the Clippers continue to do it. Like, I mean, they have firepower. They're definitely figuring it out with James Harden now, in that offense. So Clippers look good. They definitely have a lot of firepower in the offense as well. Getting tired over here, guys. All right, next up we got number 6. I'm gonna take. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one here. For number 6, I'm gonna take Philadelphia. You could argue that Philadelphia is a top 5 team in basketball, and I do think they really are because that's why I said when it comes down to the top 6, top 7, it does really get difficult where you're going to put these teams at. But for Philadelphia, I still like their team as well. He's been playing out of his mind this year. Travis Maxey's been playing great. I just think Philly went on the road. Now I know this team's a little bit inconsistent on the road, but with the Philadelphia 76ers, I just think they're still a really good team. You still can't deny it. All right, next up we got number 5. I'm taking Minnesota. Minnesota has lost a couple games now, but in my mind, this team is still one of the best teams in the West. This team is still in a good spot to win the West right now. I like the Timberwolves a lot. I mean, I think they're taking a couple steps down for me. I don't think they're playing as good as they once were, but right now they're staying on my 5 position. I like them there, but you can make an argument that they could be higher than that. All right, next up we got number 4. I'm taking OKC. Listen, OKC is probably one of the best offensive basketball teams we ever seen. SGA is playing great. I mean, basically the whole starting unit is playing great. Their bench is starting to pick it up a little bit, which is really fun to see. Just watching this OKC team is just very fun to watch. It's very fun watching these guys play, and hopefully they continue to do that because right now it's just been an absolute clinic of what they're doing. Next up, we got number 3. I'm taking the Bucks. The Bucks are basically just being the Bucks. Having one of the best records of basketball. They're still steamrolling at home. They've been one of the best basketball teams at home. They have one of the best records in basketball, like I said. But the only small concern I have for the Bucks right now is their defense efficiency. Can this team be a little bit more efficient on defense? They could that up. They're easily the best team in the league. But for right now, I'm taking them at 3. All right, next on number 2, I am going to take Denver. I like Denver a lot. They're defending champions. Right now, I don't see them going anywhere. Now I know they dropped a couple games. They got embarrassed a couple games, but yeah, I don't think that's going to deny me the fact that I already know that Denver's the defending champions, and I'll never stick it out the top 5. So Denver takes the 2 spot. And then number 1, unfortunately, is the Boston Celtics. I mean, there's just no denying it. They're the best team in basketball. They're the best team in the league. I mean, it's just plain and simple. When you already have 35-plus wins in the season, you have to be the best team in basketball, right? Offensively, look through it with all that firepower on there. Defense, you guys also have one of the best defensive teams in basketball. Yeah, the Celtics right now. I mean, it pains me to say this, I'm a Lakers fan. Maybe you guys know that, but yeah, the Celtics are the number 1 team in basketball right now. All right, and that is my 3rd NBA power ranking. So make sure, yeah. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys do like, subscribe right here to the channel. Once again, I am recording this a little bit early, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. This is Big B here, SoundDomination.com, and I gotta go get some sleep. So I'm gonna, so we're gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. We'll see you later. Big B here, SoundDomination.com. See ya for now.